Today is October 12th. We have 2 witnesses this morning and 1 this afternoon. Our witnesses this morning are Ms. Frieda Demapan and Mr. Michael Ernest, who will be appearing before this panel to answer questions relevant to Article 10. And Article 10 is a neglect article, alleging that the governor failed to remove from office the former Attorney General Buckingham after it became clear that the former Attorney General had either solicited, conspired to committed, or countenanced the violation of the Federal Hatch Act and 1 CMC 8534 and 6705, the CNMI statute that is similar to the Hatch Act, or CNMI version of the Hatch Act, pertaining to the use of public funds, employees' time, or equipment during political campaigns. Sarge, would you please escort Ms. Demapan into the chamber?
He's going to turn proceed.
Good morning, Ms. Demapan.
Good morning.
First of all, we want to thank you for appearing before this body. Just for the record, you were asked to be subpoenaed based on a request from a member of this panel, and I guess that was based on the report from OPA. I'm gonna put you under oath. I would ask that you raise your right hand. If you're gonna speak, please press the mic, the top button. When the light on top of the mic turns on, that means the mic is on. When you push it again and it turns off, that means the mic is off. So with that, would you kindly raise your right hand, please? Ms. Demapan, do you swear or affirm under penalty of law that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth? Either yes or...
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down now. Ms. Demapan, for the record, would you kindly state your name, your title, and the agency you represent?
My name is Frieda Demapan. I'm the Executive Assistant to the Attorney General, and I work for the Office of the Attorney General.
Thank you, Ms. Demapan. You may be aware that the questioning that you'll be asked to answer is relevant to Article 10 of House Resolution 17111. And Article 10 is, I'll repeat it, I just stated it earlier, but for the record, Article 10 is an article alleging that the governor neglected to failed to remove rather, from the office of the Attorney General, the former Attorney General, after it became clear that the former Attorney General had either solicited, conspired to commit, committed, or countenanced the violation of the Federal Hatch Act and 1 CMC 8534 and 6507, which is the CNMI version, the local version of the Hatch Act, pertaining to the use of public funds, employees, time, or equipment during political campaigns. So that's what this article is all about. Before I go further with questioning, can I ask, is that your legal counsel next to you, ma'am?
Yes.
Can you please identify yourself?
Good morning, I'm Teresita Sablan at the Attorney General's office. And before we begin, I just want to maintain our objection that the committee lacks the authority to subpoena Ms. Demapan.
So noted. Thank you. I'm sorry, what was your name again, Counsel? I was trying to turn off my phone when you were answering.
Teresita Sablan.
Thank you, Ms. Sablan. And I will remind the witnesses as well as the members as well as myself to please turn off any cell phones you may have. I ask that during the process or the deliberations here that we refrain from answering phone calls or texts. So with that, can I maybe start the question by asking a few questions, general questions. Ms. Demapan, you stated you work for the Attorney General's office. How long have you been working there?
I've been working there since 2002.
Already 20 years at the AG's office, huh?
It's 2002.
Almost about 10 years, I'm sorry. And as an executive assistant, is that your title, executive?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. What is it? What is your role or your responsibility at the Attorney General's office?
Actually, I work directly under the Attorney General. I do appointment schedules and all the general stuff, you know, an executive assistant does.
Thank you. So, for lack of a better word, you are his right-hand man or woman.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, that's a figure of speech, meaning that the Attorney General depends on you for a lot of things, getting administrative matters handled. Is that a fair statement?
It's fair.
Thank
Fair
you.
enough.
Would the members like to open up now? Rep. De La Cruz.
Thank you, Chairman. Good morning, Ms. Demapan. and
morning.
thank you for joining us this morning. Um, you stated earlier you've been with the Office of the Attorney General's office for 10 years, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
During this 10-year term, have you ever encountered situations such as what had transpired with regards to the former Attorney General, Mr. Buckingham, and as it relates to the hosting of a certain candidate? Or did you ever experience anything else aside from this event that took place? Any similar events aside from the September 28th gathering?
Can I object on her behalf? I'm not sure how the process works here, but I would just object in that that's beyond the scope of Article 10.
Attorney, are you saying that Ms. Demapan is invoking her fifth?
No, I'm just saying the question is beyond the scope of what she's been subpoenaed for, which is what's contained in Article 10. So anything, I don't know if she knows anything beyond that, but it's not within the scope of Article 10.
Noted, so noted, duly noted, and we can move on. Go ahead, continue, Rep.
Okay. Ms. Demapan, the event that took place, or prior to the event taking place on August 28, 2010, which was some sort of a gathering for a political candidate, was this approved by the former Attorney General Edward Buckingham?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again, please?
Yes. The event that took place on August 28, 2010, this was on a Saturday for the hosting of a particular candidate. Do you know if this was approved by the former Attorney General Edward Buckingham?
I think I'm going to invoke my rights to the Fifth Amendment.
Okay. The event that took place on August 28, 2010 at the governor's residence, did the former Attorney General Edward Buckingham have any reservations to him hosting such an event?
Hold on, Rep, I'm sorry. We have to stop at this point. I think the witness has pleaded the fifth, and her counsel now has to excuse herself from representing Ms. Demapan any further.
I agree.
Yeah, thank you. Because she has invoked the fifth, I can no longer proceed with this as her counsel. I would request to continue it on her behalf so she could obtain other counsel.
May I request that we continue so I can get my own counsel?
Counselor, could you clarify what you meant by...
I don't want to say anything anymore without a counsel present.
Yes, members, we have to discontinue our questioning. We cannot ask her. She's already asked that she be allowed to retain her counsel.
Chair, I think at this time you may state to our witness that she's not the subject of this proceeding, and it's merely to answer the panel's questions.
I would have done so, but the witness has already requested that she be allowed to retain her counsel before proceeding any further. So I guess that pretty much puts a stop to any further line of questioning. So we will have to respect that, Ms. Demapan. We may have to reschedule your appearance. Today is Friday. We do have a short time to schedule any, or rather to reschedule. We do have our deadline is tomorrow to conclude this hearing. We are gonna request an extension, but we haven't received an approval of that request, so I will kindly ask if you can retain your counsel of your choosing and inform this body, or rather, can I ask you right now, what's the soonest possible time you may be able to secure legal counsel?
I'm not sure because it depends whether I can afford to get one. I'm gonna try and see.
Ms. Demapan, we will get back with you, and we will also have to secure the extension. If the extension is not granted, we may not be able to interview you again. But we will try to secure. I would gonna kindly ask if we can give you between now and let's say Tuesday of next week, as if the extension is granted, can we possibly ask that you reappear with your counsel by Tuesday of next week? Is that reasonable?
I'm gonna try.
Thank you. That's all you can do is try. So with that, you are dismissed, and please leave your contact number with our Sergeant at Arms. He's right next to you, and we will inform you if the speaker grants the extension, and to determine whether you're ready to be heard by this body.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
You too.